Hello everybody, you join me playing the great DAI mod for Rome 2. The enemy have decided to charge forwards. Our reinforcements have drawn closer, and I'm just allowing the enemy to come towards me, albeit we're taking some missile fire. The peeler being thrown from the top of the hill into the advancing formations, adding the weight to the adding the weight to the skirmisher line. So I do need now to withdraw my skirmishers before they get embroiled in melee. They are not well equipped for, and let's pressurize this flank.
Commander, at your service. Spear infantry ready. Orders. Your orders. Brave Romans to a man.
We'll stop these units from firing at will.
Romans ready for duty. We await orders. Jupiter gives us strength. Orders. Heavy cavalry ready and willing.
Let's not get our cavalry involved in a head-on melee just yet. Though there is going to be there are tempting enemy archers in the middle of the field, undefended. Let's swarm those troops, feed the cavalry through this gap, and see whether we can break them. Now then, let's use the flexibility of the Roman formation to now outflank our committed, the enemies who are committed. Yeah, they're now all shattered, so let's concentrate our cavalry. Those Greek citizens shatter. This sort of thing is the real strength of the Roman formation, to allow these sort of flexible redeployments that can outflank the sort of more ponderous, older style Greek phalanx. I think it's a matter of time now before these units start to crack.
Jupiter gives us strength.
These troops aren't really fully committed, so I'm not too keen on a cavalry charge uphill, even though it's into the rear after the initial shock. I think they're likely to turn round and inflict a lot of casualties on us as we sort of withdraw and cycle in. I don't know, I might be making an error. But what I would be happy doing is hitting them with missiles. And I should not have allowed my troops, our missile troops, to stand idly for so long. Okay, that unit has now been deleted. Just need to ensure we avoid any friendly casualties. Okay, let's this left flank is protected by the hoplons, which is where the hoplites get their name from. These big oval shields, but we are doing some damage. This unit looks particularly vulnerable to missile fire. Ooh, oh yeah, nasty. Stubborn hoplite forces just refusing to break despite all of the odds against them. Pull these troops out of the way. Okay, another unit cracks. This unit now shaken. But shaken, but not broken. This now may be the time for cavalry whilst they're in something of disarray. Yeah, we've broken through the initial line, and hopefully we'll have inflicted enough casualties to rout that unit. Yeah, shattered them. Good stuff. Okay, these hoplites now are totally isolated. Any other missiles? No. Pull those guys back so they don't get in the way. Should be causing casualties here, but it is the general's unit. Oh, this unit now breaks. So the general is alone. Well, his unit is alone. He himself, obviously protected by his loyal bodyguard. Oh no, there is another. There is a unit of Greek militia, so he is not, in fact, entirely alone. Can we break them? Perhaps if we... Oh, they shatter, finally. Okay. So, with such a depleted force, do we try and hold the town against the inevitable Epriot counter-attack? Or do we simply sack it, get as much money as we can, and seek refuge whilst our our forces recover from the plague that is currently eating away at their ranks.
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead!
Let's have a look. So occupy 500 gold, but then we'll have to defend the town. We could loot it. We could sack it or raise. Let's loot for the maximum money. If we ultimately if we lose the settlement again, that's not too disastrous. It would be disastrous if we completely run out of money. Can we finish this guy off? Let's auto resolve and be aggressive. Nicely done. Well, I say nicely done. How many casualties did you incur? 21. Okay, I'm good with that. We will enslave them as well. Okay. Is there any kind of tradition to stop all this plague? We'll also go with a Vanguard Legion for this one, and what options do we have here? Increases public order, and I do like this Commander of Men just for the morale buffs. Beneventium.
Ready for battle.
Ooh, can we move out of the town? Yeah, I would just rather not be, if we're going to lose a battle, I'd rather not be annihilated in the town.
On the road again.
Maybe we have enough money now to actually... Let's invest in a temple of Mars and expand the existing temple in honor of our victories against the Etruscans, which I've got to confess to being a bit surprised about. Things certainly haven't gone my way to date, so it's nice to have a little change in fortune. Let's end the turn and see what the counter-attack looks like. And I am obviously worried that our northern territory of Arretium could be about to be raided or captured by either the Ligurians if they decide to betray us, or the other northern tribes.
War against you is not enough. Tisiphone curse you.
Oh, that's
May all the Furies harry your folk.
yes.
throughout the ages.
That is annoying. Are we getting sort of a big sort of pile-on now of enemy nations because we've we're at war with so many. We've obviously been weakened. So I'm glad the Ligurians didn't decide to take Arretium, because we really couldn't have resisted them. Unfortunately, it does mean that we cannot unify Roma at this point in time. We certainly don't have the strength to take on the Ligurians and deal with the Epriots. That's Cnaeus. Anything to help us with public order? Public order, there we go.
How can I serve Rome?
Okay, actually, is there any...
Serve Rome.
No. Okay. Yep, Italia, unhappy populace, trespassers, yeah, we know about that. And
Ready for orders.
we will sit here miserably as
You there! Get to work. Your command. Get the fortification.
as the plague continues to ravage our troops. 30 is so annoying. If we had
Commander,
if we weren't being hit by the plague, we could go and finish them off. But nature is ever dominant. What's this? Is this a fleet? Enemy fleet. Yeah. Okay. So. It's so frustrating. You know, I'd love to be capitalising on our victory and either destroying these before they can get reinforcements or going back to re-besiege Taurus. But anyway, how's our food situation? We've got 9 food, so so upgrading Roma will cost us food, but we have surplus food, and it will give us greater income, and generally, okay. Let's go for it, and end our turn, and just pray to our Roman gods that the plague passes as swiftly as possible. Maybe I should splash some cash on those at war with us to try and get some peace treaties, so that the kind of cycle of, or the cascade rather, the cascade is a better word, the cascade of nations going to war with us simply because we're weak and at war with so many other nations doesn't continue. Oh no. We do not have the strength. Let's see if we can retreat and avoid disaster. Also, please retreat. And, well, we knew that Beneventium was not going to hold up to any kind of serious offensive. I just imagined that would come from the north, not the south. We'll allow the adoption. We'll go with infantry. And again, we lose Beneventium, but I think that at least now the plague has come to an end, so we can begin repairing these units. How many can we recruit? Okay, let's see whether we can start to try and get some local superiority in numbers, and let's end the turn there. I'd be reluctant if I was them to attack Rome whilst the army's in it, but from my perspective, it would be a right pain because it would stop the troops from replenishing, which is exactly why I've taken the decision to garrison them in the city itself, even though that's going to harm public order. We need as many troops as quickly as possible. So we've researched weapon proficiency, which is great because that gives us more attack for our melee infantry, and of course the whole Roman war machine is based around melee infantry. More charge, more defense. Yes, it increases the upkeep slightly, but that's fine. Any civics that would be particularly useful right now? I kind of feel, okay, maybe a tax rate, more loyalty, that could be useful. Iron tools, Yeah, I just kind of feel that right now we're so under the cosh. We need to just double down on our military reforms. So what things? So how many turns? 7 turns. Is that because of the? Is that because of the season? It is winter. 5 turns. This formation is looking it's looking okay though. What's going on with Rome and its manpower?
Ready for orders. At your command.
What if we move north? Would that... No, that's not helping either, because manpower shortage or local events. Maybe it's just because it's winter, and I should have garrisoned them in a fort. That is probably my lack of knowledge, lack of recent experience with this mod. Could be a costly mistake. I'm sure there's players who would have turned this around by now and conquered the whole of Italy, but I'm not one of them. But I am going to stick with it until all hope is lost. So let's see what our enemies do. So they have come to besiege Rome. Okay, well, I guess the time for sitting on our hands and waiting is past. Yep, okay. Yep. Can we come relieve the siege this turn? No, but we could perhaps... Why is this okay, because of the siege. If we sallied forth, surely we would have the numbers. These Hastati are gonna be a pain. We do have the advantage. What I'm gonna do is just decline that for the moment. I'll end the video here, and then in the next one we'll see whether we can see off these besiegers. Okay, thanks guys. See you next time.